Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mojo Story. Here on our channel, we have, unlike other media organizations, we're talking about the issues that really count. And as you can see here, I have with me a full panel to talk about what's top of the mind for most people, and that is what is happening in our schools. What is happening in our schools could be a colossal tragedy because we have little children who are getting thrown out of schools, of WhatsApp forums, even out of internal exams, because their parents, who are really weighed under by a contracting economy, are struggling to pay fees. On the program today and on this live broadcast, we welcome you to share your experiences. We have a full panel here of parents representing school principals, school authorities, and we also have teachers, because remember what's happening with teachers is also very serious. And I want to actually introduce everybody today before we start talking. I have here with me Sadhna Bhalla. Sadhna Bhalla is the principal of a major school in the capital. We have a Wing Commander Jasmine Kaur. She's, of course, as you can tell from her rank, a retired military officer, which is here in the capacity of a parent. We have Renali Hendla, who's speaking here as a guardian today, but also talking about what's happening with teachers. We're going to talk about a school where 40 teachers have been terminated. We have Aprajita Gautam. She's the president of the Parent Teacher Association at the Delhi Public School, Mathura Road, which has seen major protests that have taken place. And these protests have been led by parents, 250 of them, whose children have been locked out of classrooms. And we also have a parent, Romi Bansal, and Romi is a parent whose children have been locked out of school. So I'm going to, in fact, start with Romi. We're going to go to Romi in just a second from now. एंड रोमी मैं आपसे शुरू करूंगी कि आप बताइए अपनी कहानी कि आपके साथ क्या हुआ है। आपके दो बच्चे हैं और एक क्लासेस में एक कोर्स हुए, स्कूल का क्या नाम है?
जी मैम, मेरा नाम रोमी बंसल है और मेरे दो बच्चे हैं।
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए ताकि हम आपको सुन पाए, थोड़ा सा जोर से बोलिए।
यस, मेरा नाम रोमी बंसल है और मेरे दो बच्चे हैं और जेएम इंटरनेशनल सेक्टर 6 द्वारका में पढ़ते हैं। और दोनों बच्चे, मेरी जो डॉटर है वो 10 इयर्स ओल्ड है और बेटा अभी मेरा 5 इयर्स ओल्ड है। स्टिल मेरी प्रॉब्लम है कि नंबर 1 तो फीस इशू है, क्योंकि दोनों बच्चों की जो मेरी बच्ची की जो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस है वो होल्ड कर दी गई है बिकॉज ऑफ फीस रीजन। क्योंकि उन्होंने अप्रैल से लेके, मैंने अप्रैल तक का फीस जमा किया था, अप्रैल का, और सितंबर तक का मेरा फीस पेंडिंग है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं बताना चाहती हूँ कि जो मेरे हस्बैंड का जो वर्क है वो एक्चुअली ग्राफिक डिजाइनर और उनका वेडिंग कार्ड का काम है। इट्स वर्क ऑन टोटली सीजनल वर्क। तो आपको पता होगा लॉकडाउन की वजह से कि वो सब अभी बंद पड़ा है, हमारी काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम चल रही है, फाइनेंशियली क्राइसिस, तो इस वजह से थोड़ी सी इशू आ रही है। तो मैंने स्कूल में, जब मेरे बच्चे के अगस्त में सबसे पहले तो क्लासेस बंद कर दी गई दोनों बच्चों की, और जब मैंने कॉल किया स्कूल में तो उन्होंने मुझे एडमिन में
जी आपकी आवाज चलेगी रोमी जी, आपकी आवाज चलेगी, पर आप बोलते रहिए कि हम आपके बच्चों को स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं, आपके बच्चों को हम स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं। तो आप बताइए कि आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे थे इसमें। आप लोग मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं? I don't know actually what's happening. This happens to us a lot. We seem to have lost our connection here. So let me, actually what's happening is that a number of parents are trying to enter our studio and are interfering with our broadcast. And we're going to try and reconnect to this special broadcast because here at the moment we are seeing Romi's two children on screen. You're seeing Romi's two children on screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and add everybody back. Sadhna ji, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I can.
Sadhna ji, why don't we start with you? Why don't we sit down with you? Why don't you tell us what's actually happening? We are actually not able to see each other.
So I hope I'm speaking on behalf of everyone. I'm not here on behalf of private schools or parents or managements or we are talking about education right now.
Yes.
So the ruling which has come in, I think COVID was the best opportunity for all of us to come together. The key things is communication, collaboration, and open to dialogue. And that's what we should have been doing. And fortunately for my own school, I speak, our parents have been, it's a neighborhood school, so parents have been very, very supportive. We've got to understand that there is a ruling which has come from the Honorable High Court, which we have to follow the T. So it is not a matter of choice that we are going to discontinue classes, harass the children. It's very, very clear that we should have information from the parents, and they should put up their case in a right manner to the school and say this is a crisis, and the school also has to show compassion. And after all, we should not be myopic at this stage and just think of short-term gains. We are looking at education 20 years from now, the seeds we are sowing right now, discord, and there's a huge trust deficit which is being created. I think we need to circumvent all these, come together and discuss. So fortunately for me, we had sent out deferment forms to people who were struggling. And parents came forward and they have they've taken time and they've asked for scholarships, they've asked for deferment, and it has been very cordial. And it was very interesting when this was put out to the parents, out of 1,838 paying students, only 10 came forward and 5 have submitted the deferment form. We've granted them time.
Ma'am, I'm not interrupting you. You're of course speaking from the perspective of a principal, but I want to go back here to Romi. We lost the princess. She was talking about the children. Romi, आप बता रही थी कि आपके husband ग्रीन कार्ड बनाने का काम कर रहे हैं, सीजनल इनकम है, आपका बिल्कुल इनकम नहीं है।
Am I audible, ma'am?
हाँ, बताइए रोमी, बताइए।
हाँ जी, एक्चुअली सॉरी वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था। मैं ये बताना चाह रही थी कि मैम जो मेरे बच्चों की क्लासेस है वो अगस्त में बंद कर दी गई थी, तो मैंने एडमिन में कॉल किया और मैंने उनको बोला कि ऐसे क्लासेस स्टॉप हो गई है। तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि आप मुझे बैंक स्टेटमेंट सेंड कीजिए अपने लास्ट 6 मंथ का। तो मैंने अपने हस्बैंड को बोल के मेल करवा दिया और उनको बताया भी है कि हमारा वर्क प्रोफाइल क्या है, क्या बिजनेस क्या है, कि वेडिंग कार्ड का है, थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा। तो उन्होंने अपनी तरफ से एक डेडलाइन मुझे दे दिया, 30 अगस्त तक आप ना पेमेंट का इंतजाम कीजिए स्कूल की फीस का, अदरवाइज क्लासेस गोइंग ऑन नहीं हो पाएगा। मैंने कहा कि ठीक है, देखते हैं, हम ट्राई करते हैं। अब मैम अगस्त में पूरा श्राद्ध का महीना था तो काम वैसे ही नहीं चला, क्वेरीज अब नाउ स्टार्ट हो रहा है क्वेरीज का। लेकिन मैम अभी सडनली पता चला 28 सितंबर से अभी डेट शीट मिला है कि बच्चों का भी एग्जाम है हाफ ईयरली का। मेरी बेटी एक्चुअली शी इज 10 years old एंड लिटरली कि वो बहुत स्ट्रेस में है राइट नाउ। वो मुझे बोल रही है कि मम्मा कि अब क्या होगा, व्हाट विल हैपन टू माय एग्जाम, हाउ विल आई गेट प्रमोटेड इन नेक्स्ट क्लास। तो मैंने कहा चलो देखते हैं, कोई बात नहीं, पेमेंट का कहीं वी आर ट्राइंग टू अरेंज द मनी। लेकिन मैम मैं बस इतना कहना चाहती हूँ कि पेरेंट्स अभी एक्चुअली मैंने अप्रैल तक का दिया था और उसके बाद सितंबर तक का मेरा पेंडिंग हो गया, वो 41,900 है जो मेरा अभी पेंडिंग में चला गया।
41,900 तो पेंडिंग में चला गया।
हाँ जी।
और कितनी बार आपके बच्चों को लॉकआउट किया गया? कितनी बार आपके बच्चों को लॉकआउट किया गया?
एक तो अगस्त में कर दिया बैंक स्टेटमेंट देने से पहले। जब मैंने बैंक स्टेटमेंट दे दिया तो उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया। उसके बाद उन्होंने मुझे डेडलाइन दिया था 30 अगस्त तक आप पेमेंट का इंतजाम कीजिए। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है हम करते हैं, पर हम कर नहीं पाए मैम, तो जिस वजह से उन्होंने दोबारा से अभी बंद कर दिया। अभी लास्ट 1 वीक से हो गया है, 10 डेज ऊपर हो गया, क्लासेस बंद हो गई है। और अभी 28 से फिर एग्जाम हाफ ईयरली के स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं।
Okay, I want to take this back to Sadhna Bhalla, the principal of the Meera Model School of Janakpuri. Ma'am, do you think it's defensible कि इतने छोटे-छोटे बच्चे हैं, some are so young, really psychologically scarring for them? I have 2 questions to you as a principal. Why are schools charging full fees? Full fees क्यों चार्ज हो रही है? और अगर कोई नहीं दे पाता, जैसे आप रोमी वंश की कहानी सुन रहे थे, तो क्या ये फेयर है कि आप बच्चों को, छोटे-छोटे बच्चों को क्लासरूम से बाहर फेंकते? Can you imagine the psychological damage that
I think we have to go back to the judgment. That has created a lot of confusion because it says if parents are unable to pay and they're not able to give a justification, then you can remove them from online classes. So you can't clearly blame the schools, but there are ways one should give a lot of rope, have a dialogue with the parents, not involve the children. And I think I speak on behalf of the law. I was heading the National Progressive Schools Conference, 195 private schools. We are not stopping the children from taking any exams. In fact,
have you locked out any children? From attending the online classes?
Only for a short while for those who have not paid for 4 or 5 months. But 2 months, 3 months, we've given waiver, we've given them deferment forms, we've given them time to pay. And they're not too many, fortunately, for our schools, that, like I said, because it's a very community-driven and it's a very supportive community, because we have to understand that we are paying the 7th pay commission. We've had to take on a lot of expenses, even on shifting to a technology-driven school. So yes, we've had to defer teachers' salaries because of shortfall, but parents have been supporting. Initially, there was a lot of confusion that the court has said don't pay the fees. Then it came down to tuition fees. So I think it is just how you negotiate and how you deal with empathy on both sides with each other. And I've been very fortunate. Parents have been very, very supportive, and so have the teachers. That's what I would like to say.
But can I ask you, you said that you have locked out children. Do you think that is correct?
Absolutely not. See, it is a discussion between schools, between the parents and the school. Children should not be involved in this at all. I mean, it's a responsibility, it's a transaction, it is a two-way communication between parents. They have contracted to put their children in this school. And out of this entire amount that we are receiving, 95 to 98% goes into salaries. And the schools have not stopped. The schools have been, in terms of security, maintenance, everything is on. Teachers have been doing this. So I think we need to keep it moving.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? You are saying that even you have not stopped children. आपने रोका नहीं है बच्चों को from any internal exams. I can tell you, and Apradita, I'm sure will speak more about that. I can tell you that actually some children have even been barred from internal exams, and I'll get to talk about that in just a moment. But why did you have to take this extreme step of locking out children? Why can't you just let them continue?
So the thing is that, like I said, there are a handful of people, and everybody can't be painted with the same brush. The ruling gave us that only licenses you can stop the online classes if the fees haven't come. So we did not go for 2 months. We've gone for those who are not paid, who have not cleared last year's areas as well. So again, it was a lot of cajoling and conversations with the parents, and the school went out of its way to help them out. So it has nothing to do with the children. Children, we have to make sure that their social, emotional, and mental well-being and their learning doesn't stop. So we have been helping them. I know that even if they were for a little while, if children were kept offline, they did take the links and attend the classes. Exams, it was a sad decision. No child, irrespective of whatever fees has come or not, will be barred. So we are safe on that end. So children should not be involved. I'm absolutely clear on that.
But yet you have to do it as well. Let me put this to Romi. Romi, जब आपके बच्चों को लॉक आउट किया था तो उनको काफी बुरा लगा था, तो आपने उनको कैसे समझाया?
मैम लग रहा है मैं बेटी को तो अभी भी स्टिल आई एम गोइंग ऑन कि उसको समझाने की मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ। मैम लिटरली वो पता है अपने फ्रेंड्स को ये बोल रही है कि मम्मा का फोन जो है टेक्निकली कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, तो जिस वजह से मैं क्लास लॉगिन नहीं कर पा रही हूँ। तो प्लीज मुझे कैन यू सेंड मी द रिकॉर्डिंग्स एंड क्लास वर्क एंड होमवर्क, क्योंकि 28 से एग्जाम स्टार्ट है, तो इस वजह से। और वो मेरी बेटी 10 years old है, वो मुझे अभी भी इसके लिए भी मुझे मना ही कर रही थी कि मैम मम्मा डोंट डू दैट प्लीज, ऑलरेडी क्लासेस होल्ड हो गई है, तो प्लीज आप मत बोलिए। तो मैं उसको अभी भी कन्विंस कर ही रही हूँ स्टिल। बस मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि मैं मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि क्योंकि स्कूल वालों को मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ कि जिनके साथ एक्चुअल में फाइनेंशियली प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, प्लीज एक हेल्दी कम्युनिकेशन रखिए पेरेंट्स के साथ और उनकी प्रॉब्लम को एक बार सुनिए। क्योंकि मैम खाली फीस इशू ही नहीं है, क्योंकि हमारे पास एक्चुअली बुक्स भी नहीं ले पाए। मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं, काफी पेरेंट्स हैं जिनके पास बुक्स नहीं है, मेरे बच्चे जो है PDF शेयर करके असाइनमेंट बनाते हैं और अपना होमवर्क इस तरीके से कर रहे हैं। मैं खुद अपने जो मेरा बेटा है जो LKG में, वो उसी का भी मैं इस तरीके से वर्कशीट बनाती हूँ और मैं इस तरीके से क्लासेस करवा रही हूँ। और उसके बाद वो सुनने कोई तैयार नहीं है मैम स्कूल वाले, वो बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, अपनी तरफ से डेडलाइन दे दिया कि आप इतने तारीख तक आप दे दीजिए। मैंने कहा ठीक है करते हैं, लेकिन बच्चे को कन्विंस करने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लग रहा है।
But I just talk a little bit about the psychological impact, because we heard the perspective of a principal, we heard from Sata Bhala saying as a principal she doesn't want to do this, but this is something that they're trying not to punish the children, but the fact is, Aprajita, the children are getting punished, right? So can you give us a sense of what's been happening at, for example, Delhi Public School, right in the heart of the financial capital, Mathura Road? I know you head the Parent Teachers Association there, and there are reports that 250 children were actually locked out over this struggle over the fees. So can you share what's been happening at your school? Ma'am, we can't hear you. Unmute yourself, please. Ma'am, unmute yourself. Ma'am, unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Let me correct one thing. I am the president of Delhi Parents Association. Not only the DPS Mathura Road. अगर मैं आपके पास केसेस शेयर करूं, अभी हमने 76 स्कूल्स की लिस्ट बनाई है विद द प्रूफ कि कौन कौन से स्कूल कौन कौन से ऑर्डर को वॉलेट कर रहा है। देखिए हम सब जानते हैं, जहां पर आज हम जिसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, कोविड के टाइम पे दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने एक ऑर्डर निकाला था, 17 के बाद 18 को ऑर्डर निकाला और दोबारा से पेरेंट्स के बार बार कहने के बाद उन्होंने 28 को एक ऑर्डर निकाला। बट अगर ओवरऑल उस ऑर्डर की हम बात करें, लगभग दिल्ली के बहुत सारे स्कूल ऐसे हैं जो उस ऑर्डर को कहीं ना कहीं पॉइंट टू पॉइंट वॉलेट कर रहे हैं। डीपीएस मथुरा रोड अगर उस ऑर्डर में 6 पॉइंट्स हैं तो 6 पॉइंट को वॉलेट कर रहे हैं, वेदर फीस में इंक्रीज करने की बात हो, एनुअल एंड डेवलपमेंट चार्जेस लेने की बात हो, अदर हेड्स लेने की बात हो, बच्चों को ऑनलाइन क्लास से निकालने की बात हो, या बच्चों को हरास करने की बात हो। इसी तरीके से जैसे आपने 250 हमारे डीपीएस के पास फिगर आया, मैं आपको बता देती हूँ, महाराजा अग्रसेन स्कूल जिसकी प्रॉब्लम हमने लास्ट मंथ सॉल्व की है, वहां 600 बच्चे थे जो ऑनलाइन क्लासें बांटते। अब जैसे हमारे साथी यहाँ पे पेरेंट बैठे हुए हैं, रोमी जी, ये भी हम इनको भी जानते हैं, इनके स्कूल में भी बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम आए हैं। हमारा स्कूल मैनेजमेंट को सिर्फ एक कहना होता है कि आप आज की पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन समझिए, पेरेंट्स कहीं नहीं भाग के जाएगा, पेरेंट्स की तो मजबूरी है, वो आपको पेमेंट देगा ही देगा, ईयर एंड तक तो हर हालत में वो क्लियर कर देगा। आप बिलीव कीजिए बरखा मैम, हमारे पास तो ऐसे ऐसे केसेस आ रहे हैं, पेरेंट्स कहते हैं, मदर का फोन आता है कि मैम मैंने अपनी 2 चूड़ियां बेच दी हैं, बेचनी पड़ रही है उनको कि जस्ट टू पे दी स्कूल अमाउंट, और स्कूल जो मांग रहा है आज की डेट में इलीगल, मैं वर्ड यूज कर रही हूँ इलीगल, क्योंकि अगर मैं 18 अप्रैल के ऑर्डर की बात करूँ, फॉलोइंग द 28 अगस्त का ऑर्डर जो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने निकाला है, बहुत सारे स्कूल हैं जो आज की ट्यूशन फीस के अलावा बाकी हेड्स में फीस मांग रहे हैं, प्लस ट्यूशन फीस भी इंक्रीज करके मांग रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट मेरा तो यहाँ पे आपके चैनल के माध्यम से, आपके प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से मैं दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट को ये कहना चाहूंगी कि सर आपने पॉइंट नंबर 6 में बात की है कि जो स्कूल लेगा वो जो उनको जो स्कूल जो फीस स्ट्रक्चर है, जो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जो परमिशन मिली है, अलाउड फीस स्ट्रक्चर लेगा। नहीं अगर परमिशन मिली है तो 2015 2016 में जो उन्होंने एक हम DSCR के 17 की स्टेटमेंट बोलते हैं, उसके हिसाब से फीस की डिमांड करेगा। बट ये बताइए पेरेंट को कैसे पता स्कूल जो फीस मांग रहा है वेदर दैट फीस इज परमिटेड और नॉट, वो स्कूल को उससे परमिशन मिली। आप डीपीएस का मामला ले लीजिए, और आप और हम जानते हैं ATJ में भी यही हुआ था। चाहे मैं मंगलम का केस ले लूँ, कोर्ट में कितने केस गए हैं, चाहे मैं BD सालवान का ले लूँ, हम आपको बहुत सारे स्कूलों के नाम बता सकते हैं जो ऑर्डर का वॉलेशन करते हुए आज से सिर्फ केवल और केवल इस पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन में, ये जानते हुए कि लोग इतने मुश्किल में हैं, खासकर प्राइवेट स्कूलों में जो ज्यादातर पढ़ने वाले बच्चे हैं वो मिडिल क्लास है। मिडिल क्लास कौन है? हमारे जैसा वर्किंग क्लास। अगर चाहे मैं मीडिया की बात करूं जिससे आप बिलोंग करते हैं, चाहे मैं किसी भी इंडस्ट्री की बात करूं, वहाँ पे 50 से 60% आपने CMI का भी डेटा देखा है, हम लोग देखते हैं कितनी ज्यादा बेरोजगारी आ चुकी है। ये तो डेटा है, ये तो फैक्ट्स है, सबके सामने है, बट स्कूल कैसे
आपने बात की Apacha, let me interrupt you. You have said this is not just about Delhi's DPS, it's about Delhi schools or Romi schools.
Yeah.
It's about Delhi schools. Even Sadhana is saying that her school children have had to be locked out briefly, even though they've not been stopped from exams. What is your biggest complaint about what schools are doing right now? And then I need to go to Mrinali and Jasmine so quickly.
They are, Bakama, and they are literally giving the threatening. I'm sorry, they are giving the threatening messages to the parents कि उनको ये बच्चों को मिड टर्म एग्जाम्स में आईडी पासवर्ड नहीं दिया जाएगा until unless पूरा अमाउंट क्लियर नहीं करेंगे. और लेट मी क्लियर वन थिंग, वो जो पूरे अमाउंट में मांग रहे हैं वो ट्यूशन फीस के अलावा बाकी हेड्स की भी डिमांड कर रहे हैं. तो ये प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ.
If I may interject,
Sadhana, you know, there is a couple of comments that are coming in on a live stream, and I want to read them out to you. And I'll come back to you after I take comments from Jasmine and Mrinali. Deepak Joshi says there needs to be a transparent financial audit process for private schools to keep a check on fees and other charges. We also have a comment from Chetan Dwivedi who says schools are working as a company and they need only money. So this perception that private schools, which are owned often by big business houses that are only working for profit, this is what is really upsetting parents. But now I just want to go to Wing Commander Jasmine. Ma'am, you're in Bangalore. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening there? Go ahead, ma'am.
So Barkha, actually, like you mentioned, that none of the schools have taken any kind of a proactive step to inform the parents that, you know, it's a little, I mean, every school is aware that this is a crisis situation. Every school is aware that there could be a lot of parents who are presently not in a position to clear the dues. But what we expected was that there would be something like a proactive step from the school side to say that, okay, you know, to begin with, this is what we are doing. We are not going to charge XYZ amount, and we are going to only take the tuition fee element which goes on to pay the teachers, because as I understand, certain expenses of the school would have been reduced because the children are not physically present in the buildings. On the other hand, most of the, you know, the reasonably good, like we spoke about Jain International or a DPS or any other school, are already banking a lot on technology even before the pandemic stuff. It was not something a new expense altogether. So what I say is that I'm not saying that, you know, you cut the pay of teachers or something, but you know that we all together as citizens, as a nation, as a world, we are going through this crisis. So why should the schools not be a little proactive? You know how much of a psychological trauma a child undergoes? This happened to my sister's child when he was blocked out of the class. And you know, when the child just spoke to his friend and said that, oh, I could not attend the class today, pata nahi kuch problem ho gayi. So the friend answered that, aisa to nahi hai that you have not paid the fees. I mean, imagine what are the parents shielding the child from? It's not like what Mrs. Bhalla said, that let's not involve the children. Children are a part and parcel of the family. They understand what's happening. There are discussions every day in a household to say that, you know, how a financial crisis could be looming large. And this is especially true. Thankfully, I'm a veteran, and, you know, I mean, with both of us working, we do have, even with pay cuts, we are able to pay. But what about businesses which have just gone underground? I mean, you can't, you know, this is something that the schools should have done. It is not about the court. Everything is not dependent on the court. We expect more from our schools because, you know, you always consider it a noble cause, though all of us know it runs as an industry.
Those are the strong words, and I know, Sadhana, you'll want to respond. Just give me a second because Mrinali has been waiting. I know that will upset you, but Mrinali has been waiting for a while.
And Barkha, one moment, I would also like to say before Mrs. Bhalla responds, when I say industry, I'm not putting every school in the same basket.
Okay, I'm glad.
And the point that I'm citing here, which has happened right to my sister, is of a very, in fact, most prestigious school in one of the good cities, that is Chandigarh. I will not name the school, but this is so. It's not that the situation is not resolved. Why does it come there? Why the apathy that they cannot, really take a proactive step?
I think I to respond to all these.
All right, Sadhana ji, I'm sure you want to respond, but I just have to first get Mrinali in, because one of the things that's been happening is that every time we raise the issue of what parents are going through, we are told, what about teachers? But a lot of teachers have been writing to us, and they've actually been saying that basically, while schools are charging full fees, claiming that this is to pay teachers, many teachers are in fact not getting the full salaries that they should be getting at all. So I want Mrinali to speak about it. Mrinali, please go ahead. Your experience is again of another DPS at Indirapuram. Please go ahead.
Hi, so my name is Mrinali, and I was a former student at DPS Indirapuram, and my sister is currently in 10th grade, and she's currently enrolled at that school. So in April, which is right when the new session began and the lockdown was announced, I believe, there was a circular issued by the school that said that they wouldn't charge any late tuition fee, in case the parents are unable to pay the tuition in time, as well as they got rid of the transportation fees. In late June, with just 4 days of notice, a lot of senior teachers were laid off DPS Indirapuram. They were given a compensation of 3 months of salary, but they weren't informed as to why they were laid off. A lot of them happened to be senior teachers, and from what I probed and found out by talking to a lot of my teachers, is that the payroll increases, of course, as your seniority increases. And what's happening right now is that although they're claiming that they're only charging tuition fees, a couple of months or years ago, there was widespread protests stirred by parents on a lot of arbitrary fees being charged by the school administration. And I think last year, all of that was clubbed into one single category called a composite tuition fee, which means that although parents are only paying tuition fees, they're still paying for a lot of different activities, which of course currently are not taking place. And the argument here is that if they're asking, the school's asking for parents to pay full tuition, why is that they're not able to pay teachers? Also, because teachers have been laid off and everything's happening online, I do not see any effort being made by DPS Indirapuram in amping up the online education system. I don't see it getting more interactive as the days go on and parents and teachers and students are spending more time online. It's still a 40-minute Zoom session. Just yesterday, my sister took an online examination where she had to disconnect herself after the 40 minutes were expired, and she had to rejoin the link to finish her examination just because it had to go beyond 40 minutes. And I don't know why the school administration or the school's making it so cumbersome for students.
So let me go to Sadhana Bhala now. Sadhana Bhala, you've heard a lot of comments. So on the one hand, you have the DPS Indirapuram example. Mrinali, before I get Mrs. Bhala to respond, I just want you to say that, so this is a very strange situation, because we are being told that full fees are necessary. Just Romi jaise logo ko full fees isliye deni pad rahi hai ki teachers ko पूरी तनख्वाह मिले, लेकिन आप कह रहे हैं DPS Indirapuram 40 teachers have been terminated. Is that correct?
Correct, and from what I've heard is it's not just 40 teachers, it's a lot of other staff members also, including lab technicians, including lower staff members. So we more so talk about teachers because obviously as a former student, I have direct contact with my teachers, but it's also a lot of other staff members who were laid off.
Okay, let me get Ms. Bhala now. Sadhana Bhala, here are the issues as I see it. 1, 2, 3. 1, schools have been defending full fees even though classes are online, because they say this is what we need to pay our teaching staff and our non-teaching staff. But you have examples of DPS Indirapuram where teachers have actually been terminated. I have other teachers writing to me from across India where they've actually said that they're getting salary cuts or they're not getting their full salaries. So in that case, how is it justified to charge full fees? The second question is, you yourself admitted that even at your school, you had to block out children temporarily. Why is this necessary? How is the school saving any money by allowing those children to remain in the online classes? I think that's what I want Aprajita to talk about, but first I'll let you respond.
Okay. See, again, I'm going back to what ma'am had to say from Bangalore. All schools cannot be painted with the same brush. Everybody, it's not violation on school part only. There are a lot of parents who have taken advantage as well. I mean, they're willing to, they can pay, they can afford to pay, but only when it's looming large that their classes may be blocked off, then they come forward. Their standard reply is that we thought that we don't have to pay. That was what the order was all about. Second thing, so it's not, again, I feel that the third angle to this whole debate or discussion is the governance, and that should be here, because government has a lot of, one of the comments that came in was, why can't the government help and give aid to the schools to tide over this time and come back? I mean, simple things, reimbursement, and we are debating, we were having a heated argument in the court yesterday about laptops and technology to the EWS. The database is with the government. Why can't the laptops go straight into their homes, rather than making it so cumbersome for schools which are already facing such a crunch to first provide laptops? So,
from the school perspective, give me one line. Why do you have to charge full fees? One, and two, why do you have to block out children from classes? आपके क्या पैसे बच जाएंगे अगर आप उन बच्चों को क्लास में ही रहने दें?
To put things in the right perspective, I think we have been audited. All schools across Delhi have been audited a number of times. Schools which have been found violators, action has been taken. But schools, middle rung schools like ours, or many around me, where there has been no fee hike for the last 5 years. And we are struggling to, there is a huge deficit. And added to this is the current situation. It's not and second thing, I do not agree that all schools are charging all the funds. We have been barred from charging annual charges and development fund, and most of the schools that I know of around us, they are compliant and they're charging only the tuition fee. So to summarily say that everybody is demanding it, every school is blocking things is not correct. I think we need to do a little homework on this one.
Let me get Aprajita to come in here. Aprajita, can you give us your experience of what's happening across schools? I had the Parent Teacher Association of Mayo College. They told me they can't even get a meeting with their school management because the school management refuses to recognize the PTA. I have seen shots of your parents at the school that you represent, the DPS Mathura Road, standing at the gates protesting. Some children have been taken back into school, but others have not, right? So what is when you've heard Sadhana Bhalla, what would you say to her? On the other hand, you have Mrinali's story of DPS Indirapuram where 40 teachers have been terminated. So all the more parents कहेंगे भाई अगर आप full fees ले रहे हैं और आप teachers को फिर भी terminate कर रहे हैं, तो of course that's one school. We don't know if that's happening at all schools. So Aprajita, what would you say? Aprajita?
मैं इससे 2-3 चीजें क्लियर कर देती हूँ. आपने जो फीस की बात की,
जी,
या कैन यू हियर मी? या मैं
yes,
इसमें क्लियर कर देती हूँ. जैसे आपने फीस की बात की, तो यहाँ अगर कोई स्कूल ट्यूशन फीस भी अगर ले रहा है, तो लेट मी क्लियर कि जो ट्यूशन फीस होती है वो सभी टीचर्स की सैलरी होती है. और चाहे साधना मैम अभी यहाँ पे कैमरा में, आई एम सॉरी साधना मैम, बट कैमरा में एग्री करें ना करें, बट 60 to 70% एडहॉक टीचर हैं जो इस पैंडेमिक में निकाली जा चुकी हैं. नॉट ओनली दिस DPS इंदिरापुरम वाला जो हमारे यहाँ पर एक मृणालिनी ने यहाँ पर एग्जांपल दिया है, अदर देन दिस थिंग द्वारका के भी, और इनफैक्ट ऑल ओवर दिल्ली के हम बहुत सारे ऐसे स्कूल जानते हैं जहाँ की एडहॉक टीचर्स को निकाल दिया गया है. अब आप मुझे बताइए कि अगर स्कूल में 60% एडहॉक टीचर थी, उनको निकाल देंगे, फर्स्ट लॉजिक ये है कि मेड से फुल ट्यूशन फीस पे क्यों ली जा रही है? क्योंकि आप जितने भी पेरेंट्स से बात करते हैं, पेरेंट्स बताएंगे कि टीचर और स्टूडेंट रेशो जो स्कूल प्रीमाइसेस में होता था, विच इज 40-45, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में इट गोज अप टू 100+. यहाँ तक कि हमारे पास 300 तक के भी केसेस आए हैं. तो आप एक टीचर को ऑनलाइन क्लास का फायदा उठाते हुए 300 बच्चों की आप क्लास करवा रहे हैं. लेट्स से 300 नहीं करते, मैं कह रही 2 से 3 सेक्शन को मर्ज करवा रहे हैं. तो यानी कि पेरेंट के लिए टेक्निकली 1/3 हो जानी चाहिए फीस. क्यों करवा रहे हैं? क्योंकि आपने 70% जो एडहॉक टीचर थे निकाल दिया गया है. और टीचर क्यों नहीं प्लेटफॉर्म में आके बोल सकते हैं? क्योंकि उनको ये डर है. स्कूल मैनेजमेंट साफ साफ बोलता है, अगर आपने कैमरा में जाके कभी बोल दिया तो आपको डेफिनेटली हम तो निकालेंगे, गारंटी देते हैं. कोई और स्कूल आपको टीचिंग का कोई अपॉइंट भी नहीं करेगा. ये मैं आपके क्लियर बोल रही हूँ. आप देखिए, टीचर कोई सामने आने को तैयार नहीं है, एंड दे आर जस्ट गेटिंग. आपको भी पता है 7th पे कमीशन के नाम पे अनिल देव कमेटी बैठी थी. 1100 करोड़ का फंड, आज की बात नहीं है, सॉरी 6 पे कमीशन पे 1100 करोड़ का रिफंड जो बनता है, आज भी हाई कोर्ट में केस चल रहा है। और सारे नामी गिरामी स्कूलों के अलावा ये जो मिड लेवल वाले स्कूल हैं उनका नाम भी उसमें है। आप जस्टिस अनिल देव कमेटी को बोलते हैं कि आपने हमारे फला अकाउंट को छोड़ दिया, आपने ये वाला छोड़ दिया। अगर मैं चले इसके डेप्थ में भी नहीं जाती हूँ, रही बात आज की पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन में, जैसा कि सिंपल एक बहुत छोटी सी बात है जो हमारा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है, स्कूल क्या करता है, पेरेंट्स के साथ बातचीत में एक बैरिकेड लगा देता है, एक दीवार बना देता है। जो छोटी छोटी बातें पेरेंट्स में और स्कूल के बीच में बातचीत से खत्म हो जाती हैं। मैं माफी चाहूंगी, हमारे यहाँ पे पैनल में प्रिंसिपल मैम भी हैं, बट प्रिंसिपल ही बैरिकेड लगा देती है। वो अपने आप को पीएम मोदी और हाई क्लास लोगों से भी ज्यादा ऊंचे हो जाते हैं, वो पेरेंट्स को मिलने का टाइम नहीं देती है। अब यहाँ से होता क्या है, वॉल्केनो बनना शुरू होता है। मेरे बच्चे का प्रॉब्लम है, मैं नहीं मिल पाई तो मैं ग्रुप में बात करूंगी, पता चला 4 पेरेंट्स और है, वो चारों 5 पेरेंट्स इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे, वो भी मिलने को जाएंगी। वो इतने बिजी, इतने बड़े वीआईपी होते हैं, वो मिलने को मना कर देते हैं। बट लेट मी क्लियर वन थिंग, आई एम सॉरी टू से, आई एम वेरी मच क्लियर, प्रिंसिपल को, स्कूल मैनेजमेंट को ये समझना चाहिए। आज पेंडेमिक में सबको क्लियर नजर आता है, ये जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं। स्कूल में पीटीए नहीं बनी हुई, ये पेरेंट्स हैं, स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं। अगर आप पेरेंट्स से नहीं मिलेंगे, यस, पेरेंट्स के पास पूरा राइट है अपनी बात उठाने का। और रही बात इसकी, अगर स्कूल आज की डेट में वॉयलेट कर रहा है, तो हमारा तो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट से डिमांड ये है कि जो स्कूल वॉयलेट कर रहा है, सरकारी जमीन दे दिया, आप आज से उसके पास से आप उसको मार्केट से आप रेंट लेना शुरू कर दें।
ओके, अपराजिता, आपने बहुत दिल से बोला, और सबसे जो मुझे कोर बात आपकी समझ आई वो ये है कि पेरेंट्स को एक स्कूल के मैनेजमेंट से एक ऑडियंस मिलना, जस्ट टू गेट टाइम फ्रॉम द स्कूल मैनेजमेंट इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग, एंड ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। आई नो साधना भला विल वांट टू रिस्पॉन्ड, लेकिन मैं रोमी पे वापस आना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि रोमी की एक कहानी है। रोमी, थोड़ा सा संक्षेप में, क्योंकि बहुत से दर्शक शायद अभी ही ज्वाइन किए हो हमें, तो आप बताइए। मैं रिकैप करना चाहती हूँ कि रोमी की कहानी ये है कि रोमी के हस्बैंड वेडिंग कार्ड बनाने का काम करते हैं और आजकल कोई काम नहीं है। 40,000 से ज्यादा रुपया पेंडिंग है, और उनके 2 छोटे बच्चे हैं, एक क्लास 6 में, एक किंडरगार्टन में, लोअर किंडरगार्टन में, जो लॉकआउट हो गए हैं। रोमी, जब आपने स्कूल मैनेजमेंट से बात करने की कोशिश की तो उन्होंने क्या बोला?
उन्होंने तो खाली एक ही बात बताया कि आप फीस का अरेंजमेंट कर लीजिए, और अब तो वो भी रिस्पांस नहीं है, एडमिन से भी कोई रिस्पांस नहीं है, कोई कॉल पिकअप नहीं हो रहा है। मैं बस यही चाहती हूँ कि एक हेल्दी कम्युनिकेशन रखें। और जो प्रिंसिपल मैम ने अभी बताया कि मतलब कुछ एडवांटेज ले रहे हैं कुछ पेरेंट्स, मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ मैम, मैं मानती हूँ कि कुछ दे कैन अफोर्ड द फीस, कुछ पेरेंट्स हैं जो अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, पर मेरे जैसे भी काफ़ी पेरेंट्स होंगे मैम जो जेन्युइनली जो फाइनेंशियली है प्रॉब्लम। आप एक बार बात तो कीजिए उन लोगों से। जब हम लोगों ने अपने स्टेटमेंट तक आपको दे दी है, और आपकी बच्चों की हमारे पास बुक्स ना होने के बाद बच्चे भी इतने सीरियसली हैं, काफी स्ट्रेसफुल में, एक बार एक हेल्दी कम्युनिकेशन रखना चाहिए ना मैम, कि भाई आप हमारी बात तो सुनिए एक बार। हमने नहीं बोला कि देखिए 2-2 महीने से क्लासेस पेंडिंग हो रही है, पर हमने तो नहीं बोला कि हम हमारा वो 2 महीने के फीस को वेव ऑफ कीजिए, हमने एक बार भी नहीं बोला। लॉग इन नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, नेटवर्क इश्यूज है, कभी बच्चों की तरफ से कभी टीचर की तरफ से क्लासेस मिस हो रही है, एक बार भी हमने नहीं बोला। एडमिन को फोन करते हैं, आपकी तरफ से है नेटवर्क इशू, हमारा बच्चा कहता है कि मम्मा यहाँ से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रही है। 2 बच्चों की मेरी बेटी की 4 घंटे की क्लासेस होती है मैम, और जो बेटा है 2 घंटे की क्लास होती है, स्टिल मैं 2 घंटे बेटे के साथ बैठती हूँ, ठीक है। और बेटी 9 बजे से क्लास होती है, 8:30 बजे इनफैक्ट 8:15 पे लॉग इन हो जाती है। मैं आपको बच्चों की एक मेंटल जो है ना, मैं वो बताना चाहती हूँ कि बच्चे सीरियसली पढ़ना चाहते हैं, बुक ना होने के बावजूद भी मेरे बच्चे, ये मेरे पास वर्कशीट्स है मैम जो मैं अपने हाथों से बनाई हुई हूँ, जो मैं स्कूल में भेजती हूँ, ठीक है मैम, बुक्स ना होने के बावजूद। अगर मान लीजिए
थोड़ा उठा के दिखाइए वो वर्कशीट, थोड़ा उठा के कैमरा में दिखाइए।
वर्कशीट्स है
अपने सामने फेस करिए।
हाँ जी, ये जी इस तरीके की वर्कशीट मैं बनाती हूँ।
हाँ, अपने मुंह के सामने रखिए ताकि हम देख पाए। हाँ, आप अपने फेस के सामने रखिए, हम देख पाएंगे उनको।
मैं रात को मैम ये बनाती हूँ, मैं पेरेंट्स से, जैसे प्लानर आ जाता है ना मंडे को मैम 1 वीक का, तो मैं जैसे रात को ये वर्कशीट अपने हाथों से बनाती हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे बच्चे के पास बुक्स नहीं है, और मैं बनाती हूँ ताकि कल मॉर्निंग में जब बच्चा मेरा लॉगिन हो, ताकि उसको लगे कि हाँ मेरे पास भी है बुक्स, और मैं भी जैसे फ्राइडे डेडलाइन होती है होमवर्क सबमिट का, टीचर बोलते हैं कि जो बच्चा लेट होमवर्क सबमिट करेगा उसको ग्रेड्स नहीं मिलेंगे, जो टाइम पे करेगा वो उसको मिलेगा। तो मैं ये सब कुछ कर रही हूँ। और आपको बताऊँ एक बात मैम, पिछले 2 हफ्ते से क्लासेस मेरी स्टॉप है। मैंने अपने बच्चों के, दोनों बच्चों के होमवर्क मैंने पीडीएफ मेल कर दी है, कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है टीचर की तरफ से। और मैं आपको इस चीज की भी श्योरिटी देती हूँ कि मैम मुझे पता है 28 तारीख से एग्जाम है मेरी बेटी का, और मैं फीस के अरेंजमेंट कैसे ना कैसे करके करूंगी। मुझे मालूम है, मैंने हस्बैंड को भी बोल रखा है, मैम क्या करेंगे, हम करना तो पड़ेगा ही और करेंगे। लेकिन बच्चे के दिमाग में जो चीज बैठ गई है ना मैम कि क्लासेस अभी होल्ड हो गई है, मतलब होमवर्क बच्चे ने मेल कर दिया, कोई टीचर की तरफ से रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है कि आपने कर दिया। देखो क्लासेस होने के बावजूद भी बच्चा अपना होमवर्क सबमिट कर रहा है, सारे असाइनमेंट दे रहा है, कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है। और जब मैं फीस दे दूंगी, क्लासेस चालू हो जाएगी, और फिर क्या बच्चे के ऊपर मेंटली क्या प्रेशर, मतलब इस तरीके से आप थ्रो आउट कर देंगे बच्चे को, बताइए जी। और फिर बोलते कि टीचर जो है मदर टीचर है।
I just find this extreme cruelty to children. And you know, अगर हम इसी पैनल को देखें साधना जी, तो हम 4-5 स्कूल तो यही गिन सकते हैं। आपका स्कूल है साधना जी, मीरा मॉडल स्कूल, और रोमी जी के बच्चों का स्कूल है जेएम इंटरनेशनल स्कूल, अपराजिता का स्कूल है डीपीएस मथुरा रोड, और मृणाली बात करें हैं डीपीएस इंदिरापुरम की। एंड विंग कमांडर, वी डिडंट आस्क यू योर डॉटर स्कूल, वुड यू लाइक टू नेम इट और वुड यू लाइक टू अवॉइड इट? We can't hear you. Just unmute yourself, ma'am. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter studies in DPS North in Bangalore. Yeah. However, my case when I was speaking about was of a school in Chandigarh, which I would not like to name.
So, but the point I was trying to make, Jasmine, Wing Commander Jasmine, was that ये बहुत अलग-अलग schools हैं. We are not picking on any one school. हम किसी एक school को target नहीं बना रहे, हम किसी एक principal को target नहीं बना रहे. अगर आप इसी range, इसी panel की range of experiences को देखें, Romi's children, like I said, JM International, and Meera Model, Sadhana ji wants to be empathetic, पर वो खुद कहती है कि उनको lockout करना पड़ा है बच्चों को, और मैं फिर उनसे पूछूंगी ऐसा क्यों करना पड़ा. Jasmine, what bothers you the most in this? To me, the most disturbing story is the one from Renali, because basically what we are saying is that, you know, full fees are being charged in the name of teachers, but teachers are also suffering.
Yes, Barkha, you know, it's two things, and you know, one is Romi's story and one is Renali's story. So what it comes out is that, I mean, just imagine there is so much of mistrust here. How do we trust, you know, an organization or an institution where we send our children to learn the best of practices, to learn, you know, the ideals on which they're going to live their lives? So I think this is a very serious issue, because like I saw two things coming up, from the public feed. So one was that if an organization is genuinely facing, you know, a financial hardship, so to say, and I personally, I'm not really, you know, into it, that do they really, but I think that they are not a loss-making venture if we come to a reasonably big school.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they are facing, for an organization to approach the government for support is much easier rather than Romi to approach the government for support.
That's right.
Why should it not be that the school takes it up? You know, they can form, you know, like Ms. Aprajita is a parents association. The schools can get together and approach the government and pressurize that for 1 year you give us support and show their records. But I personally feel that they would have a buffer. And like, you know, a lot of companies, I would say, you know, even big companies have taken thousands of crores of it, and some of them have really been exemplary in not laying off people. And this is appalling that a school lays off teachers in such a situation. And very rightly, which has come up in this discussion was another point, that is that in online, the teacher to student ratio is very different. We know that classes are combined. I think they must take up something. If schools are in financial distress, they must take up with the government, and we all must also say that as they are, supporting the small and medium industry, which is so, spoken about, the package and stuff. Yeah. So I think even for schools there can be something. And the second thing
So
is
I just want to interrupt you because, you know, as this program is going out live on the Mojo Story channel, parents are writing in, and they're writing in from different parts of the country. And on your screen right now, there is Hardeep Singh who says, I received a notification from school, if fees are not settled in 2 days, the school will stop the online classes of my daughter. But there is a different perspective coming from another parent, and I'll read that out also. Sadhana ji, this one will make you happy. This is from Ananya Pramanik, who says, you should have also called parents whose cases have been settled empathetically. I think she means, she's written emphatically. Don't judge all schools. Don't keep all schools in one basket. Don't make the discussion one-sided. And we did have on earlier programs parents who have had happy experiences from schools, but I can tell you that the overwhelming feedback we are getting from parents and teachers alike is of distress. So I have Shanaz Begum. Shanaz Begum is a teacher. She says our salary is slashed to 50%, but our house rent remains the same. Milk vendor, she started to say something about a milk vendor, but she's not completed her comment. I had taken it on live. So I'll come to you, Aprajita, and then I'll ask Sadhana ji to respond. And I just want to say, we are not picking on one school. We want to have a fair discussion. We want to understand what school's problems is, why they're having to do this. But Aprajita, Sadhana ji as principal said that they have not barred students from internal exams, but on our feed we are getting messages from parents who have requested to remain anonymous, but they say in their school, one school is in Chhattisgarh, their children have been stopped from internal exams, from internal vivas, that is also happening. What is your experience and what is your feedback on this?
See, it is happening everywhere. In most of the cities, you can say, Delhi की बात करूँ या मैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया कहीं की भी बात करूँ, जहाँ पर सिंपल लॉजिक है, जहाँ पर भी स्कूल को पेरेंट्स की तरफ से फीस नहीं मिल रही है, वो ऐसे जैसे अभी आपने मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं हमारे, हम वी कैन सी हरदीप सिंह ने लिखा है थ्रेटनिंग मैसेज, जो मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था कि विद इन 2 डेज और 3 डेज आपके बच्चे को ऑनलाइन क्लास से निकाल दिया जाएगा। प्लस क्योंकि मिड टर्म शुरू होने वाले हैं और आपके बच्चों को आईडी और पासवर्ड भी नहीं दिया जाएगा। अब इसमें क्या किया जाएगा? जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे जो पेरेंट्स जुड़ी हुई हैं, उन्होंने रोमी ने क्या बोला, मैं किसी ना किसी तरीके से पैसे का इंतजाम करके स्कूल को दूंगी। कहाँ है ह्यूमैनिटी, आप मुझे बताइए। खून तो खून होता है, आपने 100 लोगों का खून नहीं करके 100 लोगों में से एक का खून कर दिया, खून तो किया ना आपने। अगर कौन से ह्यूमैनिटी बेस में आप स्कूल को छोड़ेंगे? यहाँ पर हमारा डिस्कशन, और मैं ये नहीं कह रही 1 या 2 स्कूल की बात नहीं करूंगी, मैंने आपको बताया कि 76 स्कूल की हमने विद प्रूफ है हमारे पास लिस्ट, हम सबूतों के साथ बात कर रहे हैं, हम हवा में कुछ भी बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। हमारे पास पेरेंट्स ने ऐसी ऐसी चिट्ठियां लिखी है। आज आपके साथ एक शेयर करती हूँ केस। फादर की डेथ हो गई है, मदर ने बता दिया है फादर की डेथ हो गई है कोरोना की वजह से, स्कूल ने फिर भी मदर को थ्रेटनिंग मैसेजेस दे रहा है। अब आप बताइए, उसके 2 बच्चे हैं, वो माँ क्या करे? फादर की डेथ हो चुकी है, मदर हाउसवाइफ थी। ऐसे केस में ईस्ट दिल्ली का स्कूल है, वो कहता है भी आप हमें फीस दो, नहीं तो हम आपके बच्चों को निकाल देंगे। अब ह्यूमैनिटी कहाँ रही गई है जी? तो ये चीज समझ नहीं आती है, जबकि इन स्कूलों ने जो ज्यादातर जो स्कूल है, देखिए बरखा जी एक चीज समझनी चाहिए, जितने भी स्कूल हैं वेदर दे आर ऑन द गवर्नमेंट लैंड और देयर ओन लैंड, एक चीज है, सभी स्कूल ट्रस्ट में चलते हैं। जब आप एक एनजीओ के अंदर आप स्कूल चलाते हैं, आप एक एनओसी देते हैं, रिटर्न आप एक ओथ लेते हैं कि मैं यहाँ पे नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस पे चलाऊंगा, आप कुछ मत कीजिए। हम ये कहते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, क्योंकि एजुकेशन इज स्टेट मैटर, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट सभी स्कूलों के, ये जितने भी स्कूल चल रहे हैं सभी स्कूलों का सीएजी ऑडिट करवा दे, मैनेजमेंट का करवाए। यहाँ पे जो प्रिंसिपल मैम बैठी है, हमारा इससे कुछ
So this
जानते हैं मैम भी,
let me go to Sadhana.
I'd like to respond. I think
yes, we must give you a chance to respond now, Sadhana ji. Firstly, Sadhana ji, मैं आपको कहना चाहती हूँ, we don't want to pick on schools. We want to understand ऐसा क्या हो रहा है कि schools को ये करने की जरूरत हो रही है कि even when there are COVID positive patients, there's a COVID positive death, जैसे अपराजिता मैडम ने शेयर किया। आपने खुद एक्सेप्ट किया कि आपके स्कूल में भी यू हैड टू लॉक आउट चिल्ड्रन ब्रीफली। Why is this happening?
the thing is, what is the option? We were going by the high court ruling. I think we are missing the point. We need a very proactive role from the government where it has full faith in private schools. It is not about private versus government versus parents. We are making it about that. There has to be a trust which has to be built. If we are, and because I want to tell the parent forum through this program also, we are open to scrutiny with the income tax. We have regular audits. Every year, all accounts have been placed on everybody's, and there are checks and balances which are in place. And ma'am has just mentioned, Aprajita ma'am, 76 schools out of 3,000 schools. So everybody cannot be painted with the same brush. We need dialogue, we need communication. And I think when I started talking also, I said there has to be trust building. It is not COVID. It is going to be the future. What if we have different challenges tomorrow? Are we just going to get at each other, or we are going to open our doors and say, okay, let's have a dialogue? And I strongly feel the government has the key to bringing us closer, because it's these very parents who have chosen our schools. They have chosen mindfully that they want to be in this particular school. So where has the trust gone? And over the years, it's been eroding over fees particularly. So I think even the governance has to come out strongly and say, these are the schools, like we were talking about accreditation also, and which schools are absolutely in the clear. And she talked about Anil Dev. My first urge was Anil Dev was cleared by my school, but I don't want to make it about my school. I'm just saying there are a lot of schools who are clear. There are a lot of schools. And last thing I want to say is,
can I push you a little bit on this? When you you complete first. You complete your point first.
Last thing I want to say is that a lot of schools have deferred the salaries of the teachers. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Deferred means we are, like for my school, if we have come to an agreement with the staff, we have said that, okay, from January onwards, we are going to pay that deferment. Deferment and slashing salaries is completely different. So the intent of each school has to be looked into. It's not as if everybody is doing whatever everybody wants to do.
Okay, fair enough. That deferring the salary is different. But of course, Sadhana ji, the question will then come if full fees are being charged, why are teacher salaries being deferred? Question one. And I will ask you again, you said you went by the court ruling. But personally, as a principal, as a teacher, are you a parent as well, if I may ask you a personal question?
No, my son fortunately passed out before all this.
Okay, but you've been a parent. So you understand what ki Romi ji ka aaj kya haal hoga. As a principal, would you not prefer to keep children inside the class even if their parents can't afford to pay fees?
Of course. And we have done it. And I think those responses which are coming to you in the chat box are from the parents who have been invited and said, don't worry, if you don't have anybody to explain. I mean, generally EWS, I have personally called all the 384 people and found out what the challenges are. Called them, invited them, made them sit in the school and taken their classes. So as and when, of course, with permissions and following protocols. But I'm just saying every school is trying to do their best. But there is some, for example, a little interpretation of annual and development fund, if I may talk about it. The court has said after the lockdown, it should be over. Technically, Unlock 4 has happened. And there is no clarity on whether we can charge, because I know that all the expenses which have come from teachers and technology and all can be a great help. We won't have to look towards parents. If we are able to take it from what is legitimate to us, we can take it now. And I don't get it. If this entire year is going to be like this, how are they going to pay at the end of the year? One of the comments Mrs. Aprajita said was that unhone dena to hai hi aakhir mein. But kaise? How will things pick up? How will the economy pick up? It's a worrisome thing. So what's the future? Are we going to get assistance? Are we going to get reimbursement? Are we going to get help from the government? I think government has a lot of role to play. And we also it would be interesting to look at government schools, because most of the teachers are on contract. What is happening there? Because we can't just.
I think you make some fair points, that we can't put the onus of this entirely on schools, and the governments maybe now have to step in. Maybe the courts have to step in. I'll just get Mrinali briefly, because you've been speaking for the teachers who've been terminated at the school where your sister is a student. So we have to remember what's happening to teachers also. Mrinali, please go ahead. But Miss Sadhana made the point. I think that deferment is different from not paying. So please come in.
Yeah, of course, deferment is different from not paying teachers at all or retrenching teachers. But we also have to realize, and that's a conversation that we fail to have, is that a lot of these teachers also happen to be the only person earning bread and butter in their families. And they also happen to be parents. So them being laid off also means that we're perpetuating the whole cycle of, students being debarred from online classes or being blocked out of Zoom sessions. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the psychological rupture that
Yes.
this has caused to teachers also. And I know it's important to talk about students and young children who've been undergoing stress and crisis for this time. But I was just talking to a former teacher because I actually wanted her to be on the show and talk on her behalf, her own behalf. Is that she said that she doesn't want to talk about it because she wants to alienate herself from the fact that she was ever a teacher, and that's the kind of damage it's caused to teachers. And I was also talking to a couple of more teachers who weren't able to talk today because they've been running private tuitions, or some of them have found new jobs. Some of them also said that it's been difficult for them to find new jobs. And as to the reason for their retrenchment, until this day, they don't know why they were laid off. And I think it's sort of ridiculous because I think everybody has the right to sort of find out why they were laid off. My teacher happened to show me her letter of termination, and it only said
Right.
that the school doesn't.
Right.
sort
I
of
just want
solicit
to,
their services.
yeah, sorry, complete your point, Mrinali.
And it's,
Complete your point.
No, I just want to say it's quite saddening to see how Delhi Public School sort of labels itself as this brand that sells quality education, while I don't think there is any quality education without good quality teachers.
So I want to read some
who've
of the
now been
comments
laid
because
off.
actually the comments on our feed are quite mixed. There are parents who are writing saying they were good experiences with their school managements, right? I think some people have in fact reached out and named Sadhna ji in particular, saying she's been empathetic. So we have those comments that are coming, but we also have Hardeep Singh who says, we parents are ready to pay tuition fees as per the government directives, but the school is adamant it's twisting the Department of Education orders to charge complete fees. If we try to contact the school, they don't listen to us. Then we have Chetan Mohanty. Chetan Mohanty says private school fees are high, but the salaries of teachers are low. And it's just the opposite in government and regional schools. Why can't we have English medium government schools? Well, that's a whole different debate. And then, the Delhi Parents Association, there is an organization called the Delhi Parents Association. When orders are in their favor, the schools implement them. When they're against them, they're not even aware of it. So, Sadhna ji, I'm not controlling this feed, but there are also, let me read out some pro-school comments also. Our school is very supportive. It's concerned about each and every child. So we're also getting that. Charu Srivastav has a similar sentiment. Charu Srivastav says, I also know of schools where students have been allowed to take up exams irrespective of non-payment of fees, and the teachers have received guidelines to be considerate. So as you can see, the feed is quite mixed, but Deepak Joshi makes the right point that great for those schools where things are empathetic, but we need to help those where this is not happening. That is what our job is, to talk about what is not happening. And I'd just like to get Romi back at this point. I'll try to get Romi back. There's Mrinali there, and I'll try to get Romi back because I want viewers to actually see her little children. And these are Romi's children. You can see them on your screen. These are Romi's children, and these are children so small that we're talking about who are actually getting locked out of school. And we really need to think about the psychological impact that is having on these children, who are having to face this. तो रोमी जी, आपने बहुत सुना, सबकी बातें सुनी, तो आप अभी क्या बोलना चाहेंगी?
मैं तो बस मैम को बस रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ कि उन पेरेंट्स के लिए प्लीज एक बार आप एक हेल्दी कम्युनिकेशन रखिए। मैं उन सभी स्कूलों के लिए और उन सभी प्रिंसिपल मैम्स के लिए बोलना चाहती हूँ कि ऐसा नहीं है कि सारे पेरेंट्स एडवांटेज ले रहे हैं कि भाई दे कैन पे द फील बट दे वोंट। लेकिन मैम मेरे जैसे भी पेरेंट्स बहुत सारे हैं और जो जेन्युइनली प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं, आप एक बार उन लोगों से बात कीजिए। और उनके एक्चुअली बच्चों को समझाना मुश्किल हो रहा है। मैं मेंटली तो मैं हस्बैंड वाइफ हम लोग फैमिली प्रिपेयर हैं कि क्या चल रहा है, लेकिन बच्चों को थोड़ा सा 10 साल की लड़की जो मेरे से बस पूछते हैं कि मैम मम्मा की व्हाट विल आई गॉट प्रिपेयर, मतलब प्रमोटेड कैसे होंगी, तो मैं उसको समझा नहीं पा रही हूँ। तो मैंने कहा कि ठीक है, नाउ वी आर ट्राइंग टू अरेंज द मनी, लेकिन करते हैं। लेकिन बस इतना है कि ट्रस्ट कीजिए प्लीज, क्योंकि जेन्युइनली बच्चे और पेरेंट्स बहुत सफर कर रहे हैं। क्योंकि हमारे जैसे बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स हैं। देखिए मुझे खुद टाइम लगा है इस इंटरव्यू के लिए आने में, सामने आने में ना मैम, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लगा है। और भी पेरेंट्स हैं जो मेरे पीछे मेरे जैसे ही हैं, हाउसवाइफ हैं और बोलना चाहते हैं, जो एक्चुअल में अभी तक तो मेरे बच्चे की क्लास में बहुत सारे बच्चे जो ऐसे बाहर कर दिए गए हैं, लेकिन वो लोग सामने ही आ रहे हैं। मैं अपनी बेटी को कन्विंस नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, तो ऑब्वियसली मैं उन पेरेंट्स को कैसे करूँगी, लेकिन मैं उन लोगों के लिए बताना चाहती हूँ, प्लीज़ आगे आइए, अपनी प्रॉब्लम शेयर कीजिए। आई विश कि मैं भी अपने स्कूल के लिए ये बात कह पाती कि टीचर्स और प्रिंसिपल मैम काफ़ी सपोर्टिव हैं। आई विश, मैं प्रे करती हूँ कि आई विश कि मैं बोल पाऊँ ये चीज़, लेकिन प्लीज़ मैम ट्रस्ट मी उन पेरेंट्स के लिए जो जेन्युइनली प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं और बच्चे पढ़ना चाहते हैं और वो हर तरीके से पढ़ रहे हैं। मेरे बच्चों का जो असाइनमेंट हमने सबमिट किया, सब कुछ, कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं, टीचर की तरफ से भी कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं। मतलब इस तरीके से आप थ्रो आउट कर देंगे बच्चे को। फीस देने के बाद जब मैं कल फीस जमा कर दूंगी, परसों से जब क्लासेस चालू हो जाएगी, बच्चे का क्या मतलब उसके मेंटली आप सोचिए ना, क्या कैसे मैं प्रिपेयर करूंगी कि देखो ये वही टीचर है जो आपको कल तक रिस्पॉन्स नहीं कर रहे थे।
जी,
ये गलत हो रहा है ना मैम।
नहीं, मेरा तो ये कहना है कि इस चीज का तो कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं है अगर स्कूल की मैनेजमेंट पेरेंट्स के साथ बैठ के एक फॉर्मूला निकालने के लिए तैयार नहीं है. That is, I think, Sadhana ji's point also. This is something that parents and teachers have to sit across the table and find a solution. Now, Mona Sharma is saying, my kids' school staff is very cooperative. But you have Gautam on the other hand who's saying schools have earned a lot. They must pay full salaries to the teachers. And so, lots of mixed comments coming in. Geetanka Behel saying schools are charging tuition fees. Why? They are in a good position. Why are they charging full fees? There is a fan for you, Ms. Sadhana Bhala, who's from Taruna, who says our principal is very fair and supportive. So I think there are people also who are saying good things about how schools are handling it. We've spoken for an hour. We could go on for many hours, but we need to take last comments because, our feed is not stopping. It's just going viral because I think this affects everyone. But let's start taking last comments from everybody. Sadhana, I'll give you the last word. I want to start with Wing Commander. Wing Commander Jasmine, what's happening in Bangalore schools? What are you hearing from parents in general?
So in Bangalore, question was in minds of all the parents that how are school fees going to be regulated in, because this situation is extending. But since the schools have not changed anything, I mean, in the place where I live, most of the parents have, in whatever manner they have, tried to clear the dues. But my point is not, okay, fine. There could be a lot of people like what we are seeing today, like Romy, where she has told her story. But I'm very sure there are hundreds and thousands of stories like that. And she very rightly said. And, my whole issue has been that it's not about some of us who are able to pay at this stage.
Yeah, but I want Jasmine you to react to a comment that's on my screen right now, which I hadn't taken. This person is obviously a teacher, and she or he makes the point that Rinali was trying to make. Please remember that teachers face the anger of parents and also that of school authorities. They are also undergoing trauma. Their salaries are being withheld. Their children too are suffering. So I just want us to take a moment to talk about what teachers are going through also.
So I personally feel that, yes, this is a very valid point. Teachers give a lot of effort, and how much, then they get into, being connected with the children, even on online classes. I mean, I have seen it with my daughter. Her teachers really take that extra pain. So I'm completely with teachers because I know that, they are like any one of us workers, in an organization. Yeah. I'm more of
by the way,
how does the
Jasmine,
organization...
Is that your daughter on screen? I don't know if you're able to see this.
My daughter is standing there.
Is the girl in the center your daughter or on the side?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So my point is that, the organizations have to scale up at this time and not leave it to teachers who are just doing their duty as a part of that organization and also as parents who are individuals. So it's really great that a parents association is doing a lot. I mean, what I see with Aparajita ji here, but schools, the collective, all organizations have to come together. They have to find a solution. You can't have a lot of people like Romi not speaking up and facing that stress. There's already a lot of stress. It's evident.
Yeah.
That people, I know of some people who have been in rented accommodations, rented, places, running businesses. Businesses are getting them zero returns, and they still have to, pay rents. They have to take up their, fixed costs, and really they can't do much.
Yeah. So I want to get Mrinali in. We're just taking last comments now. Mrinali, I think as you were making the point about the psychological trauma for teachers. So everybody's suffering, teachers, students, and I think even schools in many cases were trying their best, but there might be others where the parents believe that they're not trying their best. So yeah, your last thoughts.
I mean, of course, in regards to teacher, they happen to be, the level and the, hierarchical structure that happens to be quashed between parents and the administration. And on one side, a lot of teachers were laid off. And on the other side, I also see a lot of teachers, going out of their comfort zone, arranging online classes, dealing with the stress of, making sure that everybody's attending online classes. So yeah, I do feel for teachers, but at the same time, I don't think laying off teachers without any prior notice or without engaging them in a conversation subsequently after laying them off is a solution to what's happening right now, because I think they have families too, and they have to take care of their kids, their families as well.
Yeah, but in fact, we have comments coming in that are saying that we are not attacking the teachers. Let me read out this comment from Hardeep Singh. It's not about the teachers. The teachers are good and supportive. It's about the school going against government orders. But Charu Srivastav says the school can always reach out to the underprivileged. It's more about the willingness to help and to move together than to get into the legality. But Taruna, whose children clearly study at Sadhana Bhala school, says not all schools are in the same boat. Our school is not charging any extra fees. My principal is benevolent and compassionate, and those are also comments coming in from a lot of people. Teachers are confirming that Shobha Sharma, who's I guess a teacher, Sadhana ji, at your school, says Ms. Bhala has ensured that the deferred payment will start from January. But I do want to ask you, Ms. Bhala, if you're charging full fees, why are you having to postpone salaries to teachers? Just so that I understand what's going on. A lot of people will say, "Ye kyun aap kar rahe?" Bataiye.
Okay, I'll tell you what the reality is. We have 2,700 as a fee, which has not changed in the last 5 years. And we've been in continuous deficit, and we've been struggling to get our fees raised. And paying the 7th pay commission. So there's a backlog of about 3 crores which is following us. Then comes this time. So we and the I think the fact that we sat across with the teachers and they were so kind to agree to a deferment. And the fact that parents were forthcoming, even when the orders were coming in, they were willing to take the whole year. A lot of people said, we are, in tourism, but our industry has gone to the dogs, but we are willing to support the school in any way. So these are very heartening stories. So I'm going back to the basic point. I think there have to be clear guidelines, clarity from the government. Government needs to step in. We need to build, a lot of time needs to be spent on social and trust building between the communities and the stakeholders, because it's not about today, it's going to be for the future. And if these seeds of mistrust continue to be sown, it will continue to ruin our education system. So, and there are good stories. Please do a feature on success stories as well. It will be very
I said we are here to try and find a solution. Not to point fingers. That is our intent, and that is why you would see our feed is also quite mixed. I don't know where Aprajita went. I think we lost the line to her. By the way, the way we lose lines should bring home the perils of online teaching, what everyone is going through between the mute, unmute, awaaz nahi aa rahi hai, etc., etc. This must be the struggle. Teachers have also had to readapt to a completely different way of teaching. So somewhere we lost Aprajita. If she comes back in the next 30 seconds, we'll take a comment. Otherwise, I'll give the last word to Romi. Romi, अगर आप अपने स्कूल को एक ही कोई मैसेज भेजना चाहेंगी, और मैं फिर आपके बच्चों की तस्वीर यहाँ दिखाना चाहती हूँ सबको, आप क्या बोलना चाहेंगी?
मैं बस ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि मैम मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए. वी विल डेफिनेटली पे द फीस, बस थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए, और जैसे ही ये होता है अरेंज कर देंगे. बस बच्चों को ऑनलाइन क्लास में ले लिया जाए। मेरे जैसे काफ़ी सारे पेरेंट्स हैं जो ये चीज़ बोलना चाहते हैं। मैं ये खाली अपने लिए नहीं बोलना चाह रही, मैं तो चलो सामने आ गई हूँ और मुझे एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है जहाँ पे मैं अपनी बात को रख पा रही हूँ, थैंक्स टू यू मैम। लेकिन काफ़ी पेरेंट्स हैं मैम जो ये चीज़ सेम प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं, जो नहीं बोलना चाहते। मैं उन सभी पेरेंट्स की तरफ से और उन सभी बच्चों की तरफ से ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल मैम को। टीचर्स तो मैम बहुत ही कोऑपरेटिव है, ऐसा नहीं है मैम, मैं जानती हूँ टीचर्स बहुत हार्ड वर्क है और वो डेफिनेटली वो हमारे साथ दे रहे हैं, लेकिन वो स्कूल की जो प्रोटोकॉल है मैम उसको फॉलो करना उनके लिए जरूरी है, क्योंकि वो लिटरली मुझे फोन करके पर्सनली मुझे बोल रहे हैं।
जी, आई होप कि आपके बच्चे
नहीं कर पा रही हूँ।
नहीं, आपने ये 2 बातें बहुत जरूरी कही। एक तो कि आपने हिम्मत दिखाई पब्लिक फेस लेने की उस मुद्दे पे। Lots of parents are remaining anonymous. I think the last word, and Sadhna, you can add a quick last comment. We haven't been able to reconnect with Aprajita, the head of the Delhi Parents Association and Mathura Road DPS. Sorry, Aprajita, even now, if you join in the next 30 seconds, we'll take you. But Sadhna, the last comment from Abhijit Nandi, the principal, management and teachers are not communicating with us and they are blocking our children, blocking us and then not talking to us. Where do we go? I just want you to 15 seconds take the last word on this. Kya baat to kariye? Schools don't be talking.
Don't give up the fight. I'm telling you, there is no fight. The schools, I would just invite all the principals to just open their doors to every stakeholder. There is, there may be acrimony initially, but some agreement will come to. I think this mistrust is largely because we close our doors to the community, and that is absolutely not fair. I am there with you, but the communication between all stakeholders is the key to all solutions, whether it's teachers or parents or governments.
Yeah, well, I think that is something we can all agree on. And again, I want to say our effort is not to create camps between teachers, school management and children, but I think the priority must be the well-being of children. I think that we must all agree on, that the priority has to be the well-being of children, followed by the well-being of teachers. In order of priority, those two things must be prioritized. But little children, yes, ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to say that it flows from the management to the teachers to the children. I mean, I think if teachers and parents are together, everything is going to be great for children. Children are the reason for us being here.
And hence, we have to see more communication. And the one feedback we're getting continuously from different parents from across India is that our school managements are not talking to us. It's time for me to say thank you, Ms. Sadhna Bhalla, Wing Commander Jasmine, Renali, and thank you to Romi for sharing her story. I hope Romi's children are able to get back into school. Thank you to Aprajita for fighting for parents and children. And thank you to our audience. If you'd like to share your story, we'll keep picking up this issue. We hope you'll forgive us for some of our technical snafus today. I think this is what the online world looks like. There is no guarantees of everything going smoothly. So we hope you have your indulgence. But we will keep picking up this issue. So keep alerting us. Our email, in fact, I'm just going to quickly bring it up on our screen so you can make a note of it. This is our email address, themojo.in@gmail.com, themojo.in@gmail.com. Please make a note of it. Feel free to write to us. In the meantime, thank you to our audience and thank you to our panel. You've been very, very patient. We spent over an hour talking. If you can talk via me, you all need to be talking to each other. I think that is the moral of the story. So thank you so much. And thank you, Sadhna. I want to say a special word for you because most principals are not ready to come out and face the public. You have shown the courage that you are coming out and taking questions on the chin. And I think that's what more principals need to start doing. So thank you so much in particular. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.